What's poppin', YouTube? Extra Thick Games back at it again. 2 times in one night, really. And we've got a pretty special video, I have to say. We got the Zombie Horde structure deck a day before it was released. We got this early access. I didn't get this for any, special reason by any means. No, I'm not that important just yet. But, no, I just walked into the card shop today, my local card shop, and I don't know, after work, decided that this was going to be a good day. I had a good feeling about going in today, and good God, if I wasn't proven right by this. I just am speechless over how amazing this is, that I've got this early access. It floors me. The public... I'm speechless. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains episode, the ending of that made me speechless. This is making me speechless. I'm gonna stop rambling because this is probably making the entertainment value of my video significantly less entertaining for you all. I'm just gonna pop this open and we're gonna see what we got. I haven't bothered to look up the card lists themselves to see what is in this deck. I was planning on it, but I wasn't really planning on getting it a day early, so I hadn't gotten around to it yet. So this is going to be a genuine reaction video, much like Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains was. Still reeling from that one. Alright, so we popped open the box. I'm going to cover this. What does this say? I like to read these, they're fun. Stock up on food and block all the entrances. The Zombie Horde is coming. Structure deck, Zombie Horde, builds upon the all-encompassing power of the Zombie World field spell to create duels where zombies reign supreme. The scariest thing about a Zombie Horde is that its sole purpose is to make you join it. Wow. Alright, that's actually a pretty cool little whatever you want to call that, little advertisement for it. Got me interested, and I think it's pretty cool how they're making another structure deck based on a card that another structure deck they already released several years ago was based on. This one might be a little bit better. I don't know, Zombie Master, Zombie World, those are good cards, but I mean, Red Eye Zombie Dragon, let's be real, guys. Regardless, let's see what we got. So we got the Beginner's Guide, we got the, I guess the Ace Monsters, I don't know what either of these are, but it's going to teach you all about the summoning mechanics and the basic rules, all that fun stuff. Alright, this is going to be our playmat, I'm betting. Paper playmats. Get your mouse pad playmats. Step up your game, step up your game. No, of course they couldn't fit that into a structure deck, but I wonder if they do release those. The mousepad material version of playmats that they use in the structure decks, of those ones that they include. I wonder if you can get your hands on those. Hey guys, let me know in the comments if that's something that I can actually get, because there's a few of those that I would love to get my hands on if that's the case. But no, we got the playmat. It's standard 1/2. It's got the half of the extra monster zones there at the top. The spell and trap and monster, graveyard, field zone, extra deck zones, very, not detailed, right? The focus is on the monsters themselves, which is pretty cool. I like that, but, let's just, oh, what's on this? Alright, Beginner's Guide, just, the deck list, and of course, all of the... turn everyone into a zombie. Well, I guess it's kind of showing you how it wants you to play the deck. Maybe a couple combos or something. Cards to use. And then, I gotta love these. These are, it's advertising its own, it's advertising other Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets to try and strengthen these strategies with their old cards that they released. They're recommending using the Chaos Dragon from Soul Fusion and Trap Trick to make zombies better. Interesting ploy, Konami. Interesting ploy. And what do they got for Cybernetic Horizon? Witch, I can see it. Most zombies are either Earth or Dark. Some dragon I've never really heard of. I didn't really get many Cybernetic Horizon cards, to be honest with you. Then Boral Sword Dragon, I mean, that's just going to make any deck better, let's be real. Hidden Summons, huh? Okay, maybe that one's coming out soon. And then Legendary Hero decks. I never opened one of those, really. I like the Destiny Hero cards, but that's not... I've got a deck of it, but that's hardly one that I focus on. It's kind of just, I like to have it. I don't usually think about doing these kinds of openings of things that are set. Like, the cards are going to be the same in whatever you get. Like the legendary decks or structured decks, anything like that. Because, let's be real, I'm not a popular YouTuber just yet. And chances are you guys are going to watch someone like Simu or Simply Unlucky or the really good Yugi-tubers who probably have better analyses of these openings than I ever would. But I got this a day early, so how could I resist? Let's go ahead and get right into it, if I can ever open this wrapping. I swear if I have to pause the video to get this open. Alright, hold please. We at Extra Thick Games are experiencing some technical difficulties. And would you look at that, guys? I got the deck open on my first try. We had no troubles whatsoever. I am so good at what I do. So I'm not going to waste any more of anybody's time. Let's take a look at some of these cards. We got our boss monster of the deck, a synchro card, and it is Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. Okay. Alright, so it's his straight up upgrade from Red Eye Zombie Dragon, I guess. Let's take a look. It's got the regular Red Eyes stats. 2400, 2000, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner, so he's generic. Gains 100 attack and defense for every zombie monster on the field and in the graveyards. If another zombie monster is destroyed by battle, you can special summon one zombie monster from either graveyard to your field. You can only use these effects once per turn. Okay, so with Zombie World turning everything on both fields and graveyards into zombies, this dude can get basically unlimited attacks, and it's a free monster reborn every single turn. And alright, this is going to be a good card to have. This is going to be... Alright. What's this? Tatsu Necro. Okay, that's that's a zombified version of that one synchro. The synchro little seahorse guy, because level 3 tuner, but he's a level 3 tuner synchro. So I guess this makes it a better version? I don't know, it's limited to zombies as an archetype, I'm sure. Let's see what it does. If it's normal, summoned, or set, it would be used as a synchro material. You can use a set monster as a synchro material. You learn something new every day! One monster in your hand can be used as the other material. If you do this, all materials for that summon are banished instead of being sent to the graveyard. You can't special summon monsters except zombie monsters. Okay, so this is basically the exact same as that synchro card, except the synchro version of this card, except it's for zombies. That's cool. Oh, another ultra rare. What do we got here? Doom King Ballardrock. I think the guys at the shop when I got this box, they actually showed me this card. They're saying how good it was, and I'm like, I don't want to be spoiled or anything like that, but then they showed me this card, and I looked at this card. Let's see what it does. During the standby phase, a face-up card is in the field zone and is sent to your graveyard. You can special summon this card in defense position. Okay, oh no, if there's a card in the field zone and this card is sent to the graveyard, you bring it back in defense position. Okay. So it's automatic recursion with Zombie World on the field. That's neat. You can only use this effect once per turn and once per chain when a zombie monster except this one activates its effect, except during the damage step quick effect. You can activate one of these effects, but you cannot apply the same effect again this turn. You can negate the effect or banish one monster from the field or graveyard. What on earth? This card is busted. It recurs itself. It has non-targeting, non-destruction, removal, banishing from the field or graveyard, and it negates? What on earth? Are zombies gonna be tier 1, tier 1.5? We just got Danger Dark Worlds and Thunder Dragons. We can't have another new contender this soon. This is nuts. I can't keep dwelling on this. We gotta keep moving on. Okay, what's this one? Necro World Banshee. What is this? Zombie world in the field zone can't be destroyed by card effects, so a walking field barrier. Also, neither player can target it with card effects. Quick effect, you can banish this from your field to the graveyard. Activate one zombie world directly from your hand or deck. You can only use once per turn. Alright, another searcher that is also a field barrier. Alright, this could be really good in the deck. So you run like at least 5 terraforming, since the original terraforming's down to 2. And then if you use the other version and the other copies of it, you can protect your card. And I don't know, I haven't really played zombies that much. I don't know how much they rely on protecting Zombie World, but if that's a priority, she's your girl, she's your bae. What do we got here? We've got me dropping cards is what we've got. Glow Up Bloom. Alright, so a zombified glow up bulb. Let's see what we got. That's pretty cool. This card is sent to the graveyard. You banish this and add 1 level 5 or higher zombie monster from deck to hand. Or if Zombie World's in the field zone, you can special summon it from the... What on earth? These zombie cards are great. Also, in either case, you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except zombies. You can only... Okay, that's those standard zombified restrictions. That's fine. We don't want it being too generic, but good God, Konami is pushing zombies now. We got their Neospace support that they're pushing. We got zombie support they're pushing. Ah, man, it's going to be hard to pick, I guess, a best deck, but... And this is a good thing. Yeah, I think this is a good thing, because we're not going to have... like 1 or 2 set-defined best decks if things keep going this way. We're going to have all sorts of good, like these, they're in a structure deck, budget, reliable, powerful decks that you can take to a regionals, a locals, anywhere really, probably. Maybe not like the huge championships, but, and do relatively well, and I don't know, I think Konami's been moving in the right direction. Yu-Gi-Oh's in a really good place right now. Looks like we got some reprints. Kasha, this was one of my favorite cards from Legendary Collection 2 GX years. I always loved this card's design. What is it? He destroys all... He shuffles all the monsters on the field into the deck and gets 1,000 attack for each zombie type. So, good board wipe and then pushes for a direct attack. He's a fun card. We got a reprint of common reprint of Red Eyes Zombie Dragon. Get that out of here. Malevolent Knight Gokuen. We got that in the other deck. Endless Decay. I think this was a jump promo. A lot of years ago. You got 2,000 or less life points. You special summon it from your hand. If it's normal or special summoned, Crit's attack becomes half of your opponent's life point. This not that great. I think it was based on maybe one of Tragodia's monsters in the GX manga. I don't know. It's been so long since I've looked at the manga. Reprints from the first deck. Paladin of Cursed Dragon. Ooh, that's not a reprint from that. That's something else entirely. You can be, it can't be special summoned, but you contribute this card, then target 1 zombie world in your graveyard and add it to hand. So we got some recursion for the field spell. That's good for the deck. It's direct field spell zombie world support, but this was not in that zombie, what was it? Not Zombie Madness, but the one that the field spell and Red Eyes Zombie Dragon first came in. This wasn't in that deck. This must have come later. Zombie Master, there he is. We gotta have him. Probably one of the best level 4s for zombies. Reprint from the deck, reprint from... I want to say he came before the deck, but he was definitely in the old one. Ooh, Tristan, Knight of the Underworld. I remember pulling one of him as a gold secret rare from one of the Premium Gold series. I never had anything to do with him. But, well, we got a common version of him now, which is better than the really gross ugly gold rares. When he's normal summoned, you can target a zombie with 0 defense in the grave. Add it to the hand. This card gains 300 attack if you control another zombie monster. Alright, it's alright. Most of the zombies do have 0 defense. It's alright. Mizuki, best one. That's self-explanatory. You know zombies, you play Mizuki. Gozuki, the other one that came out more recently. At main phase, you send 1 zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. Alright, put your zombies in the grave. That's good. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish 1 zombie monster from the grave, except this one, and special summon 1 from your hand. Alright, more swarming abilities, I like that. Shitendoji, I don't know when this card originally came out, but I first saw it in the Legendary Collection too. I have one as an ultra rare laying around somewhere. That's alright. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Banish 2 from the graveyard, draw a card. Okay, I stand corrected. This is really good. And then target a banished zombie monster and place it on top of your deck. I didn't understand how, kind of useful this card could be back when I first pulled that one. Okay, that's a good card. Pyramid Turtle, always nice to have. Goblin Zombie, not great. Isolde, Belle of the Underworld, as opposed to Isolde the Link Monster? Okay. Oh, it goes with Tristan, the Knight of the Underworld. I don't know what they have to do with each other, but if you control him, you special summon this card from your hand, and you can't summon it other ways. That's oddly specific. Maybe it's a Hades and Persephone sort of deal. I don't know, that'd be pretty neat. You can target up to 2 zombies you control and declare a level from 5 to 8 that become that, and then you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except zombie monsters. Okay, so, you could, I think, summon Zombie Stain that way. Get 2 level 8s and XE summon into him. Don't know if that's what that card was meant for. I just can't really think of many strong zombie XE's monsters. I guess it could also work for synchro plays, but neither her nor Tristan are tuners, so my mind goes to Zombie Stain. Moving on. Shiranui Solitaire. Good Shiranui reprints. Unizombie. Alright. Good to see that card again. Marionette Might. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess you gotta fill up deck space somehow. Beast of the Pharaoh, right? This card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon. You can target 1 level 4 lower zombie monster in the graveyard. Special summon that target. Recursion helps with swarming. Doubt it's gonna get used too terribly much in the and however zombies are gonna formulate themselves after the release of this deck. Scapegoat! Oh, I don't have one of this card. I always wanted one, I just never got my hands on one. Zombie Flip Tuner Effect. Flip, you can special summon any number of black sheep tokens. That's pretty good. That's really good. You'll be able to assist in link summoning like nobody's business with that. Alright, looks like we got a few new zombie spell cards. Zombie Necronize. If a level 5 or higher zombie monster's on the field, target 1 monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase. Always nice to see that. During your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle 1 of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Use the effects once per turn. That's going to be a good card. You get Brain Control, and then, what is it? Recursion for your banished cards, like... No, not recursion for the banished cards. You're recurring this card. Well, you are recurring your banished cards. You're shuffling it back into your deck, so there's no cost. There's no cost at all for this card. Like you're just, every effect is good. This is gonna be a good one. What's this one? Zombie Power Struggle. Target 1 zombie monster on the field until the end of this turn. It gains 1,000 attack or loses 1,000 attack. Alright, so I guess you could pick your own monster or your opponent's monster, depending on what you want to do with it. And then what's this? During the main phase, if this card's in the graveyard, shuffle 1 of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set a card, but banish it with... Okay, so it's another zombie Necronize, but with, like Forbidden Chalice, Lance Dress, one of those Forbidden type cards, somewhat slapped onto it, but I like how you can pick... if the attack gets increased or decreased. I like that. Zombie World reprint. Common, but and only one. Interesting choice, but I'm not going to complain. No, he's got to have that card. Overpowering Eye, you get a zombie with 2,000 or less attack. You can attack directly. Is what it is. Book of Life, good recovery. Call of the Mummy, good for swarming, just special summoning. Special summoning zombies if you don't already have one. A good starter, but it's really kind of situational. Foolish Burial, always a good staple for most decks, just dumping resources into the graveyard so that they can activate from there. Monster Gate, do I know what this card does? Tribute one monster, excavate cards from the top of your deck until you excavate a monster that can be normal summoned or set, special summon it. Also send the rest of the excavated cards to the graveyard. That could be good for zombies, that's good. That could be really good because you're sending a bunch of things to the grave. Well, maybe, maybe not. You got all the cards you excavate probably can be normal summoned or set, right? So you're not really going to be discarding that much. Or, I don't know, maybe the Shiranui cards can't be normal summoned or set. I haven't looked into them that deeply, honestly. I'm sure someone's going to make this work. It just won't be me. Drag Down into the Grave. Good reprint. Getting to see what's in your opponent's hands. Take something you want out of it, and that's always good. And then playing it in a deck like Danger, like Dark World, or Zombies, really, where whatever card that they pick to discard for you isn't going to hurt you, it's going to help you. It's always nice. Burial from a different dimension. Target up to 3 banished monsters, return them from the graveyard. Nice. What on earth? Shared Ride as a common reprint in this? Okay, this is a really good... This just became a really good deck. Oh my god, okay. For the rest of the turn, each time a card is added from the main deck or the graveyard to your opponent's hand except by drawing them, you immediately draw a card. So it's Max C, but for searches instead of special summons, and it's on a quick play spell. That's... Wow, that's really good of wow, putting that in a structure deck. Good job. Good on you, Konami. Good on you. Good job. Moving right along. Return of the Zombies. I don't know if this artwork looks neat. What's going on here? Banish one zombie monster on the field, then special summon one zombie monster from the graveyard of the player who controlled it to their field in defense position. Cards in the graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set the card. Banish it when it leaves the field. I mean, it's got good effects, but the fact that it's on a normal trap card, I don't know if that's going to be very good. On a Shrine, you control no monsters, target a zombie monster in your grave, special summon it, and if you control none, you can banish this card, and then target a zombie in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated. These are good effects, but slow. They're a little too reactive instead of proactive. I can't imagine that even the zombies or Shiranuis or anything like that would be that boosted by cards like that. Trap of the Imperial Tomb. When a zombie monster is special summoned from your opponent's graveyard to your field, target 2 cards in the field, destroy them. Why is that on a trap? Because it's too good to put on a spell, probably. Needlebug Nest, send the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard. What on earth? I'm sure a lot of decks could actually get use out of this, even though it is a trap. I got no complaints about that. Metaverse! Take 1 field spell from your deck and either activate it or add it to your hand. Okay, so you can play, I guess, 8 copies of Terraforming, because you've got the monster that searches out the field spell, you've got 3 of this card, and then you got 2 Terraformings. Alright, so Zombie World's just getting played. That's not a question of is that getting drawn in a duel with zombies. And, Jesus! Anti-spell fragrance. Konami's good with the reprints in this deck. Both players must set spells before activating them, and can't activate them for the rest of the turn after setting them. Oh, I didn't even have one of these cards. It's not that expensive or anything, but it just seemed like too out of the way to go and get. But, wow. Good reprint. Glad to have that. And then what's the Mask of Restrict? Okay. I guess this card isn't as good as it used to be, but this will be really good in this deck. Wow, this will be my 3rd copy of that, and it's still a good reprint. Shuts down kaiju, shuts down raw sphere mode. And I mean, I know monarchs aren't a huge thing anymore, but it shuts them down real easy, and anything that might try to be a tribute summon rely, this will just shut it down real quick. Wow, this deck had some really good reprints in it. I am so happy I got to pick this up, and then I found it early access. And of course, we got a Duel Links advertisement, but hey, that's been our opening, our early access opening of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zombie Horde structure deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, because everything that came out of this was genuine and shock. A lot of shock. Wow. Maybe a little too much shock. I don't know. I'm filming this one kind of immediately after the Brains review, so maybe that has a factor into it. But when I start focusing on filming one video at a time instead of two, probably be a little bit better quality next time, but we shouldn't have anything too pressing coming up, except... Wait, what was that? There was a Smash Bros. Direct today?!